Hello, and welcome to Small Biz Catalyst. This show is for entrepreneurs who want to consistently make a growing six-figure salary from their business. I've empowered over 20,000 students and entrepreneurs through financial leadership workshops, training, and courses. Every week, we delve into innovative strategies, success stories, and actionable insights to empower small business owners as catalysts of economic resilience. Whether you're interested in community development, economic policy, or entrepreneurship, this podcast is for you. Let's dive into today's topic. Hey there, and welcome back to Small Biz Catalyst, the show for entrepreneurs who are done playing small and economic developers who are ready to build thriving communities. I'm your host, Ayisat Abilogun. Before we get into today's topic, I want to say this. If you stay with me until the end of this episode, I have a grand spotlight that could be worth up to $20,000 for your business. So don't you dare turn off early. Now let's talk about tariffs. I know. The word tariff sounds like something out of your college economics textbook. But right now, as of April 2026, tariffs are showing up in your cash flow statements, in your vendor invoices, and in the conversations that you're having with your customers about why prices went up. Today is a deep dive. We're going to break down exactly what's happening, why small businesses are bearing the brunt of it more than anyone else, how this affects you whether you sell products or services, and most importantly, 5 strategic moves you can make right now to protect your business. Let's get into it. So let's start at the beginning. A tariff is a tax on imported goods. When a U.S. business buys a product that's made overseas, say a piece of equipment from China, fabric from Vietnam, or steel from Canada, and that product crosses into the United States, the U.S. government charges a tax on it. That tax is called a tariff. And here's the key thing. The foreign country doesn't pay it. The American business importing that product pays it. So, in essence, you pay it. So starting on April 2nd, 2025, what the Trump administration called Liberation Day, a sweeping round of tariffs went into effect. We're talking a 10% baseline tariff on goods from nearly every country in the world. China got hit with tariffs that reached 145% on most goods. Canada and Mexico, our closest trading partners, faced 25 to 35% on goods that don't qualify under the USMCA agreement. Now, there's a legal wrinkle I need you to know about because it matters for your planning. In February 2026, the Supreme Court ruled 6-3 that the main legal authority the administration used to impose those tariffs, a law called IEEPA, does not actually authorize the president to impose tariffs. Courts have since ordered that tariff money be refunded. But here's the thing. As of today, no refunds have actually gone out. And the administration has already introduced new replacement tariffs on steel, aluminum, and pharmaceuticals. So the landscape is volatile. This is a fluid situation. Don't bank on a refund arriving anytime soon. Many of you may know that I'm a numbers person. Let me give you what the actual numbers look like because I want you to see that this is a 5-alarm fire for small business owners. The Center for American Progress estimated that in September 2025 alone, the average small business that imports products paid roughly $42,600 in tariffs in a single month. If that holds steady through 2026, we're talking over $500,000. That's $500,000 per year for businesses that import goods. $500,000. That's $500,000 not going to your team, not going to your marketing, not going to your growth, going to customs. The National Small Business Association found that monthly tariffs payment for affected small businesses tripled between January 2025 and January 2026, rising from $8,400 a month to $27,200 a month. And there's a reason small businesses feel this more acutely than big corporations. The Wall Street Journal found that businesses absorbed 51% of tariff costs. They didn't pass it all to customers. And big box retailers like Target and Walmart, they have the pricing power and the inventory reserves to manage this. Your boutique, your manufacturing shop, your supply business, not the same story. Here's a real example to make it concrete. Suppose a woman named, let's say, Sylvia, ran a home goods business here in Texas. She imports bamboo kitchenware from China. Before the tariffs, a landed cost was $4.80. A gross margin, a healthy 68%. By February 2026, a landed cost jumped to $11.76 per unit. A gross margin collapsed to 21%, below the threshold to cover our operating expenses. That is the story of thousands of small businesses right now. Now, I know you're thinking, Ayisat, I run a service business. I am a consultant. I'm a coach, a marketer, an accountant. I don't import anything. Why does this affect me? Great question. Here are 3 ways tariffs hit service businesses. 1, your client is struggling. If you serve product-based businesses, retailers, manufacturers, food companies, their margins are squeezed. That means they may delay projects, renegotiate your rates, or disappear altogether. Their pain is your pipeline problem. 2, your own operating costs are rising. Your rent, your equipment, your technology, all of it as supply chain elements. Construction costs are up because steel and aluminum tariffs hit the building industry. Tech hardware is more expensive. Even custom materials your clients use in their offices affect what they spend with you. And 3, consumer spending is contracting. When consumers pay more for goods, and the typical American household is estimated to absorb about $4,000 more per year in tariff-related price increases. This means they have less discretionary income. That ripples into every sector, including services. So no matter what you sell, this is your issue too. All right, let's get to what you actually came for. Here are 5 strategic moves you can make right now, whether you're product-based or service-based, to protect your business and position yourself to thrive through this. Move number 1, audit your exposure. Know exactly where you're vulnerable. Pull your list of vendor invoices and highlight everything that's sourced internationally. What countries? What materials? If you're importing directly, ask your domestic vendors where they source. The tariff pain often travels 2 steps back in the supply chain before it shows up on your invoice. You cannot strategize around a problem you haven't mapped. Move number 2, diversify your supply chain. Don't have one supplier or one country. The businesses that are navigating this best are the ones who spent 2024 and early 2025 building relationships with suppliers in multiple countries. If your supply chain runs entirely through China, you were in the highest risk category on the onset with 145% tariffs. Start identifying alternatives in countries with lower tariff rates. Many Latin and African countries are at 10% or at USMCA compliant. This takes time to build, but start today. Now, luckily, a lot of these tariffs have been revisited and a lot of them have come down. Move number 3, get transparent with your customers. Raise prices strategically, not apologetically. Research shows that businesses that communicate openly about why prices are rising maintain more customer trust than those who just quietly raise prices or quietly absorb the cost until they can't anymore. You're not raising prices because you're greedy. You're raising prices because a government policy increased your cost of doing business. Tell that story. Your loyal customers deserve the truth, and they're more resilient than you think. I remember having a conversation around price increase with one of our clients. And to my surprise, actually, to today, we've kept that client. But having that open dialogue helped us explore what was possible, how we could do business, and it helped us move forward in a healthy way. You'll find that your customers appreciate you when they perceive that you value them and you're having conversations that show you value them. Move number 4, protect your cash flow above all else. This is the number one thing that's killing businesses right now. Tariffs must be paid to the US Customs before your goods are released, which means before any single unit is sold or any cost recovered, you have to make this payment. That's a cash flow gap of 60 to 120 days for most businesses. If you haven't already established a line of credit before you need it, build a cash reserve that covers at least 2 months of tariff exposure. Talk to your Economic Development Corporation about access to capital resources. That is exactly the kind of situation that exists to help you navigate. And if you'd like access to our capital resource partners, send us a note. We're happy to make the connections for you. Move number 5, find your people. Don't navigate this alone. Small businesses that join coalition, industry associations, and local chamber of commerce have a voice that solo businesses don't. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce has been actively lobbying for tariff exemptions for small businesses. Some states and cities are stepping up with local relief programs. By yourself, you're one business. In a coalition, you're a constituency. So, join your local chamber, your industry group, and let them amplify your voice. Here are the 5 moves recap. Audit your exposure, diversify your supply chain, get transparent with customers, protect your cash flow, find your people. Write this down, put them on a sticky note, act on one of them this week. And now, the moment I promised you at the top of the show. It's time for the Small Biz Catalyst Grant Minute, where I spotlight funding opportunities that can put real money back into your business. This week's grant spotlight is the Intuit, QuickBooks, and Mailchimp Small Business Hero Program. Grant amount is $20,000 per winner. The deadline is May 15th, 2026, so move fast. Who can apply? U.S. business owners age 18 and above who demonstrate courage, perseverance, and integrity. There are 3 winners per quarter. Nominations are open. Anyone can nominate a business hero in their community. That means you can nominate a small business you believe in. That's $20,000 and the nominations are open, which means if you know a business owner who's been showing up with courage and grit through this tariff season, nominate them. And while you're at it, nominate us too. The deadline is May 15th, 2026. Don't sleep on this. And as always, for a full list of resources, grants, and tools to help your business, visit us at smallbizcatalyst.org/resources. Before I let you go, here's a Small Biz Catalyst challenge for this week. Pick one of those 5 moves we talked about and take a single action on it before the end of the week. Just one move, 1 week. That's how change starts. I'd love to hear how it goes. Come find me, reach out at smallbizcatalyst.org or tag us on social media. Your story might just be what another business owner needs to hear. And hey, if this episode gave you something useful, share it with a business owner in your network who might need it. That's how this community grows, and that's how we build a resilient economy together. I'm Ayisat Abilogun, and this is Small Biz Catalyst. And I'll see you next week. Until then, keep building your business. Your business is a catalyst for something bigger than you know.